Hey everyone, Daniel from Twin Bytes with another tutorial for you. In the last video I showed you how to check any file you downloaded for viruses. But this time we want to show you what to do if you downloaded a file that's being detected as a virus, but you know or very strongly believe that it is a clean, trustworthy file and it's being wrongfully detected as a virus, which we call that a false positive. So what you'd want to do is report that false positive to the antivirus companies, and any one of them should be fine, but you could report to multiple if you want. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here we're looking at Avast, and because that's the main one that I'm focused on, and I'll have all the links for the different sites in the description below as well. But here you can report a false positive, which is the default. If you suspect that it's malicious, then you have the option of doing that instead. But here we're reporting a false positive. So you just simply put in your email address and a description of the problem. And you can either provide a file or a website. So if it's a website, you can click on that and just paste the URL or your website address in there. But we're going to deal with a file, so you want to go and browse your computer to find the file. So it'll show the file name that you have, and of course you got to click to say you're not a robot, and it may prompt you with some pictures to just prove you're not a robot, and hit submit. Then it tells you we've received your submission. The sample you submitted will be analyzed and evaluated. So that's it. There's nothing else you have to do. Usually they'll email you back and confirm that it's fixed and resolved, and then you can make sure your antivirus is up to date, and with the latest definitions it should not detect that as a virus anymore. If we look on Norton's website and we scroll down a bit, you'll see a few options. So you can submit a file or a website address. There's also hashes, which gets a little bit more technical here. You could also report suspicious phishing sites, but here we've got the false positive that we want to report. So we're not reporting a file that we think is a virus, we're reporting one that's being detected as a virus and it shouldn't be. So if we click in that, scroll down a bit more, then it tells you have to go to their web submission page, and it gives you the steps here, what you need to do. And this is what we're doing here, and it tells you if it's being incorrectly detected as a virus, it's also called a false positive, then it asks you to answer some questions here. So depending on what it was, just pick the right option for you and just go through the series of questions. So once you go through everything and upload the file, you can give it the name and the detection name. If it gives you that, you can copy and paste it in here. The other description of what you were doing, maybe anything else that could be helpful. Of course, you have that robot option here again that you have to prove you're human, and then submit that. McAfee also has a similar page. If we scroll down a bit here, then you'll see that there's an option here to submit potential false positive samples through the technical support service portal. You can also do it by email, and they have submission requirements that you can read about here. But we'll look at the instructions for an email. It just says to send a sample to this email address, and then make sure that the subject of your email starts with false, so that way they know that it's a false positive that you're reporting. And then they help you by showing an example of what your email might look like to help them help you a little bit better. If you're using any other kind of antivirus product, just do a Google search for that antivirus, report false positive, and you should be able to find a link to their site where you can report false positive to them as well. And that's it for this tutorial, and if you did find it helpful, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.